Hey, sis. How are you and the kids? Hey, Sadie. Hey, Michael. I'm just getting some things together here, and then we'll get started. Okay. Let me just do some. Hi, Marina. How are you? Excuse me. I haven't talked much this morning, so my voice is a little raspy. Hey, Renee. Hey, Will. Just let me wave at some people. Hi, David. Good morning, Renee. How are things in Higgins? So today we are going to do a self-portrait. So I hope everybody's drawing along. Of course, if you draw me, then it's not a self-portrait, then it's just a portrait. So I would like, if you're drawing along, try to draw your own self-portrait. This is one I did a couple years ago. It was an agent I had at the time. She requested that you do a meet the artist piece. So these are some things I like. I'm really tall, so I thought my head didn't fit into the frame, so I drew it quickly on a post-it note and stuck it on. So again, these are some things I like. People know me, know I love the Who, play the banjo, I play the bass. We have a bunch of cats, love goats, love popcorn, sketchbooks. Hey, Marty. So, you know, there's all kinds of different self-portraits. You can do a realistic self-portrait. You can do a caricature, which is what I'm gonna do today. You can do yourself as another character. You know, you could draw yourself maybe as a bird. And good morning, my fellow dork. Or you can draw yourself as some mechanical type creature self-portrait. So whatever you want to do, I am going to, like I said, just draw myself in a caricature. And I'm going to draw on this brown paper. So I need to tape this down so it doesn't slide out of frame. So this is just a craft paper. Basically, it's a paper bag. So if you want to try drawing on this, go grab a paper bag, cut a big chunk of it off, and let's draw on it. I love this paper. I have a couple of sketchbooks that has this kind of paper in it. I think they're made by Canson. And let me just wave at some more people. So again, if you're just joining us, this was a self-portrait I did a few years ago, and it's all painted in gouache. And there's some... All right. So I think I remember what I looked like. I did look at myself this morning. Not a pretty sight. But here we go. So I have a long, narrow face. So I'm just gonna lightly kind of sketch. So hopefully, can you see my pencil lines okay? I didn't think about that when I grabbed this paper. So again, I have a long face. Mostly chin. I'm going to do myself in a 3/4 view facing to the left. And let's put a long neck on. Kristen, I will tell her when I'm done. She's out planting in the garden right now, so I am not going to interrupt her. No mirror photo in front of yourself. No, Andy, I kind of remember what I look like. I do have a mirror mounted on the wall here. It's one of those mirrors with an arm, but it's kind of behind me, so I'm facing away from it. So I'm just going to kind of wing this. Like I said, I did look at myself this morning, and I think I'm going to put myself in some kind of Revolutionary War outfit. We're just going to have some fun, just be a little silly. So I'm just going to kind of block this in. And you can see it, it's like working, and I will start darkening up the line work. So again, I'm just gonna make myself in some kind of Revolutionary War outfit. I don't know why, it just seems dopey and silly. So I'm just going to block that in. Okay. Anybody else drawing along? Remember, if you're drawing along, you have to draw yourself. So it is a self-portrait. Let's get some buttons on here like that. Okay. All right, I'm going to put my hair. My hair is a bit of a mess, so it's always kind of spiky. And let's see, I have a long nose. I actually had to be a boxer because they thought my nose was broken several times. So again, I'm just kind of block this in. And let's see, I have a goatee, so I'll just kind of block that in. And I wear glasses, so we'll put those. I know, guys, is this looking like me? People who know me. So, all right, let's put some ears. Just block the ears on. Okay. So again, I just kind of block things in. I don't spend a lot of time in one area. Should probably put my dopey smile on, right? Gotta put the dopey smile. And all right, so what? In a couple of minutes, we just block that in real quick. So I am going to just start darkening the lines a little bit. And I usually, like I said, I start with the nose. It's kind of like the focal point, especially my nose. Kind of a big nose, but a long nose, and it's got this bend in it, which is so. And people just joining, you can draw yourself realistically. You can do a character yourself. You can draw yourself as some kind of creature, or maybe like a bird. I thought about drawing myself as a bird, but that would have been too easy because it would just been big bird. So here we go. So again, just blocking in. Hey, Holly. Holly is our wonderful librarian here in Pittsfield. She is awesome. All right, so I guess this, and we'll go up to the hair a little bit. And actually, this is a lot neater than my hair normally is. Make it a little more messy. That's better. That's more like it. See, I'm going to start humming soon. So if you guys have any questions while I'm drawing and just blocking things in, so I can't make my hair too dark because it's basically going white. And I'm still trying to lean off to the side. And one thing I didn't think about this paper, when the pencil's on it, it has a silver tone. When you're looking at it, I'm kind of leaning back now. So, is everybody doing okay? Everybody ready for? All right, let's see here. Where's my bottom lip? All right, so we'll just block this in. Put a few lines here, get some tone in. So again, have a little bit of a cheekbone. And if you're just joining me, I'll just kind of, this I did a couple of years ago. It's a self-portrait that aged. So, and this is all painted in gouache, but today we're just going to do pencil on some of this brown craft paper. Do you create a mirror image or the way is see you? I'm not sure what you mean, Lynn. Do I create a mirror image? I'm just, I think you're asking me if I'm just kind of interpreting the way I see myself, which is kind of what I'm doing now. I do have a long neck, so, and let's see, let's put a high collar on the, I'm just drawing myself in a like a Civil War, not Civil War, but a Revolutionary War garment. Okay, Renee. That's a good one. Probably, I just don't hear it. So we'll put a coat on. I think these are the way these coats look. And I'm drawing a blank on what these are called. The tassels. I'm just gonna call them tassels. I had them, it was right there on the tip of my tongue and I forgot. Okay, we go like that. And here. So do that. And we'll put a medal on my, pin a medal on my chest. So, yes, thank you. Couldn't remember the name. All right, so let's go here. And this will be a collar, so we'll just, can everybody see okay? All right, let's go back to the glasses. So again, I'm kind of exaggerating some features here, especially the hair. My hair's not that well kept. And let's go over here. And if you're drawing along, you have to post your self-portrait in the comment section. Make sure these are even. And since my head's turned, this frame is going to be a little less, it's going to be narrower than the other one. That gives you the illusion of the head turning. All right, let's get some eyebrows in. Okay, let's see here. All right. Again, my hair is usually a mess, so especially now. Has anybody gone out for a haircut? Just curious. I do have big ears, so it's just a family trait. My buddy in Philadelphia. How are things in Philly? So I'm gonna just kind of block in the eyes. Mr. Bedrecki, how are you doing? So Holly, you don't have eyebrows. That's funny. All right. So is that looking like me? Actually, it kind of looks like John Krasinski, doesn't it? I wish I looked like John Krasinski. Yeah, that'd be all right. All right. All right, so I just kind of got that blocked in. Oh yeah, I was gonna do something for my award. Something that's, all right, I don't know what it'll be. Be a little obvious. So I will put The Who. Everybody who knows me knows how much I love The Who. All right, where's my eraser? All right, there we go. All right, so I kind of have my self-portrait blocked in. So let's go on this side. It's gonna go like that. So now I'm really gonna start rendering. And let's see, where do I wanna start? Actually, I may start with my coat. Let's get some tone here. Just blocking things. And we'll here. Okay, if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask away. If you're wondering, if you just joined and wonder what I'm drawing on, it's just a craft paper I had in the basement, so I thought, oh, this would be fun. It's almost like a sketchbook paper that I use sometimes. And if you don't have this kind of paper, just grab a paper bag and cut a chunk out of it. So let's see, I don't want to make my hair too dark because, again, it is mostly gray and white. So, do I look dignified? I was trying to make myself look dignified, which is difficult, especially if you know me. All right, let's see. And we'll put some tone here to push that ear back in the background. Okay, like that. So, I guess that's looking okay. Again, I'm not really in front of my drawing. I'm kind of leaning to the side. All right. Okay, let's get some white in here. So these are a marker I use called a Zig Posterman. I really like these. The only place I've been able to find them is Dick Blick. And this one's a little dried out, which I kind of like. That way I don't get a blob of white. But it's kind of fun to just paint with them. Since this is ruffles, I don't want it too... But see, on this tan paper, it really starts to pop. Looking very dapper. I probably should put some white in my hair, huh? All right. Yeah, that's an oxymoron. Me dapper. That's pretty funny. And then I'll grab a Copic marker. And I'll start putting just some values in. And then I'll grab my pencil soon and go back to that. I guess I should be consistent with my highlight wouldn't be over there. Okay. I'll just go over some lines here. Just kind of blocking in some values. And I just want to get a little bit of white on the paper. Can't go too dark again with the hair. And we'll just kind of, all right. Digging in. Hey Kim, how are you doing? Feeling any better? Kim is part of a group called Dillweed, and they do a daily performance. Is it in the evenings, Kim? What time? You should check it out. Great music. And they donate all their tips to a local, it's the Loft, a local restaurant bar, I believe, in Lancaster. It's going to start darkening in. And I guess these are button type things here. Okay, we're going to darken in the ruffles so they kind of stand out a little more, start refining. Probably should put some white in my collar here. Okay, let's work on the epaulets here. All right. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them. Oh, thanks, Lynn. Yes, it's been a lot of fun. David and Marty are so talented. You learn a lot by working with them. When even something silly as our ongoing story. Black in here. Let's see here. Can everybody see okay? Is that dark? I should look at what epaulets look like. I think that's what they look like. All right, let's go back over here, grab some white. Let's put some white in. Let's see. And also I have another one. These are Bic whiteout markers. You squeeze them to get the ink going, so I have to be really careful. They can bleed and just run everywhere, which if you watch, and it's going to get really a bright white. So just by working on this tan paper, your drawings can really come alive. And let's just sketch with the all right. Okay, let's go back here. Let me grab something else here. I'm actually going to grab a Sharpie. Get some black in here. Again, for my shadows. And we'll go down like this. I'd like to know who else is doing a self-portrait right now. Anybody? Or is it you just watching me do this? Okay, this is, that one doesn't have a lot of ink left in it, so we'll grab another one. There we go, that's better. So I'm just drawing myself, if you're just joining in, I'm drawing myself in some kind of Revolutionary War suit, uniform, that's the word I'm looking for, uniform. All right, let's go and refine this. And let's see under the nose. And we'll darken those up a little bit. And I have a white colored pencil. I do. Hold on a second. Aha. So now we can start adding some highlights. I usually wait till the very end to do this. And kind of get some light stuff in. All right, let's do that for the glasses. A little bit of a okay. Let's get back in. Again, I usually end, but since we're only spending an hour on this, I thought, why not? And people who know me know that I do not go out in the sun, so I am pretty pasty white year round. Let's get some more white over here. So just blocking it in. All right, let's get back to the pencil. Where's my pencil? There it is. I'm going to really start trying to clean this up and get some darkness in. All right, there's my lip. Again, anybody have any questions? By the way, thank you for following me on Fridays, being part of this. It's been a learning experience for me, a lot of fun. But next Friday will probably be my last live drawing for a while, just because I have some things I have to get done, and it's getting to be stuck inside all the time. So let's see here. Let's get some more hair. All right, I'm gonna put some. Got a Copic. I'm gonna dark out my glasses a bit. So I'm gonna leave a little gap there for the highlight. I just kind of go back and forth. I don't concentrate on one area too much. But if I'm working on like the glasses, I will do both sides. There we go. So that adds some depth to that. All right, put some more here. So now I'll just add some shadows here. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Okay, let's do that. Looks great. I'm sorry, don't know how that cartoon showed up. All right, Cam, I missed something. We want to do color on this? Probably not. This one will just stay black and white. Before I shut off for the day, I will show you in my sketchbook. I did a color sample. Actually, hold on. I'll just do it right now before I forget. Where's that sketchbook? So I have done color. The sketchbook I've had for a while, and again, it's that. This paper has a little more fiber, and I believe this is a Canson sketchbook. So let me find my. So I did a color study on this paper just to see what it would look like. It's just watercolor, some pencil, some black line. So you can put color on this. It's really interesting. Marty Kelly, I think he paints on top of a tone paper. So he's the master. You should ask him. We can also kind of, okay. That does not have a lot of ink in it. All right, hold on a second. Here, let's see, where's my other? Huh. Okay, well, I'll grab my pencil then. Okay. So where's my, okay. Need some more, I really want to clean up these glasses. They kind of drive me crazy, so we'll put some dark lines, clean up the edges a little bit. Yes, it was Marty Kelly. He paints on tone paper. So, just clean this up. The paper, it doesn't really soak up the ink or anything too bad. It soaks up the marker just because, you know, it's marker. It's very porous, but no, it doesn't. Sets on top of it pretty well. I mean, on the And the sample here, the color one, let's see here, where was it? So this, you know, this is the lion, but on the back, no, it didn't really bleed through at all. Clean this up, clean up the nostril here. All right, put that a little darker. Get a little bit of weight here. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Oh, paper bags are great to draw on. Yes, I agree. A lot of fun. And it's cheap, so you don't feel like if you mess up, you're ruined. You know, that's why I like when I'm sketching a book or anything really, I like using copier paper. It's my favorite thing to sketch on. I took a little darker with that Copic. Where's that color pencil? Maybe I'll just do this. I want this side to pop, so I'm just going to kind of just by adding a little bit of white on this paper gives it some depth. I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want the I still think I need to go. I'll try not to block the drawing. All right, let's clean up this ear. Thank you everybody who's just joined. We are working on a self-portrait. Let's see here. Get a little tone there. I may have to put a little bit of the white in the eyes. Let's get this. Clean up this here. Tone. Yeah, maybe a little bit of shadow because this is my light source is coming this way, so I need to just put some shadow in here. And we'll just do this real quick. There. So again, I just kind of work all over the place until it all starts coming together or it starts falling apart. Sometimes that happens. Let's get some shadow here for the, I'll just call them ruffles. I guess that's what they are. And it's gonna be a little bit of shadow for my head. Oh, Kevin Berry, how are you doing, Kevin? Kevin is an excellent illustrator. You should follow him on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Amazing artist. So we'll just put some tone here. Now see things are starting to lift off the paper a little bit, getting more depth. And we need to darken this because that's going to be darker. Just like, I guess that's it's wrapped around my neck. So now I'm going with a lighter touch. I'm starting to blend. Again, if I would probably wait until the very end to add this white, but I just wanted to show you what it would look like on the paper because it can get a little dirty looking. All right. I like wonky hair, so we'll just, especially since I haven't had a haircut in 3 months. All right, we'll do that. Make it a little longer here. See you, Marty. Yes, Kim, it is me. Does it look like me? Here. Now I might put just a little bit here. I don't want it too bright. And it'll go over that lightly for the, try to make it look like glass. I am definitely no war hero. Hey, my hat goes off to the men and women who are in our military. I don't know how they do it. Okay, let's add a little bit more white. Maybe. All right, a little bit there. Maybe a little bit over here. I'll just keep working over this. And I'm going to grab my, again, this is a Zig Posterman marker for a lot of the white. And it's drying out, which I kind of like, so I don't get a lot of ink. Called it a day. So I don't think there's any ink coming out. Nope, all right, that one's done. So then what I can do is I will grab this Bic whiteout. And you kind of squeeze it to get the ink going. But you have to be careful because it can pour out. So let's clean this up a little bit. And maybe some more highlights here. And how about just a little dab in the eye? No, that's more than a dab. And across my nose. All right. Grab another piece of paper. Here we go. Now I'll go a little crazy with this. Why not? Okay. Just kind of dab it back. And let's go back to the black. So I'll probably overwork this just a little bit, but I wanted, again, I just wanted to show you some. Yeah. I don't want to do too much more to it because it's going to get dirty looking. Is it dirty looking from your point of view? All right, there we go. A little more tone. Let's see here. I still think those glasses could be darker. I might be going another. Okay, well, we're gonna go with this. Okay, let's see. All right. I wonder if I want to do too much more. Maybe tone down these eyes. They drive me crazy. A little creepy looking. All right, so there's my self-portrait that what we did in what, about 45 minutes or so? 40 minutes? All right, well, maybe just a little tone over here. I think it needed that tone over there. And let's see, let's just get some. So there we go. I think I'm gonna stop at that point right there, and we'll put maybe a little down here. See, as soon as I say I'm gonna stop, I don't. We like this a little lighter, a little more heavy on the white. What I usually do, and I kind of made a mistake, I usually, on my shadow areas, I put the white here, and in my lighter areas, I'll put the dark background over there. It just kind of gives it some more depth, but I didn't do that. So there we go. I'm going to stop right there. So there's a self-portrait in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So does anybody have any questions? I can hang out. Those are just joining us. I did this one a couple years ago. It's kind of meet the artist kind of. So I figured it's time to do a new one. Maybe I'll go back in, kind of, you know, rework this, and maybe I'll actually do a painting of this at some point. I don't know. So, any questions? Any comments? Is everybody doing okay? Everybody ready for summer? Which finally arrived up here this past week. What am I doing next week? Well, next week is probably going to be my last live drawing session, because with it getting warmer out, people want to be outside, and seems like things are starting to open back up again. But if the world goes crazy again, I'll come back on Fridays. We'll do more. Next Friday, I don't know. Maybe we'll start a sketchbook, or maybe we can design a character together. We'll do something. That sound like fun? Any other questions? I'm trying to think of any. Is there anything I can share? I mean, I can flip through the sketchbook again. I think I did this before if you want to see this. You know, this kind of has the same paper, and I love drawing on the covers of sketchbooks. I think it's just fun. So, again, you know, when, you know, using, and this is basically just a paperback material. So I'll just kind of flip through here. My daughter hates clowns, so I had to draw that for her. Let's see, you know, just whatever. And I did experiment with watercolor on this paper. So this was fun. some pen and ink work. Again, that's that Zig Postman marker. Mine dried out. Who are your favorite old-time children's illustrators? Ooh, good question. Well, I love Mary Blair. I like Shel Silverstein is a favorite. I'm trying to think here. Actually, I'm looking at my bookcase. So who else do I really like as far as old-time illustrators? I'm trying to see here who else. I'm sure I'm missing a ton of them. I mean, in this, just as far as like old-time artists, I mean, I love the Warner Brother artist who did like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. I love those artists. Love the Mad Magazine artists, you know. Millicent Patrick, who created the Creature of Black Lagoon. She was an amazing artist. And she actually created my all-time favorite monster. So there's just, I mean, those are some of the older illustrators. I mean, as far as like painters, I always liked Salvador Dali, M.C. Escher, John Singer Sargent. Some of those people I really liked. Any other questions? I'll just kind of flip through here real quick. Sometimes I start something, I don't finish it because I don't like it. It's not going anywhere. Again, this was just a pencil and actually a red colored pencil and those Copic, not Copic markers, but oh, there are some Copic markers, but the Zig Postman markers, the white markers on that. Just some creatures. I have no idea, that's just kind of stuck in there. David Bedricki, I think you challenged me to draw a cowboy. So I drew a boy cow. Whatever, let's see what I haven't looked at this in a while. So some elephants, some more creatures. Again, this paper is really fun. If you're tired of drawing on white paper all the time, just grab a paper bag, cut it up, staple it together, and you have a sketchbook. So here's some more, whatever, some pumpkins. I really like this guy, I feel sorry for him. I have no idea what that is, that's just creepy. Started drawing some dragons, some witches. So I drew this bird, I really liked this bird, and I went, oh, that's Angry Bird. That happens. Sometimes things you see kind of creep into. And again, some cats. I don't know what's going on here. Some mechanical things. I kind of like this guy. He might wind up in a story I have an idea for. These are great exercise. Just take a Sharpie and start drawing. Give yourself like 5 or 10 minutes and then you stop. That's all this is. No preliminary drawings, just Sharpie and then with the white Zig Postman marker. Again, 5-10 minutes each. That's it. Just start drawing. Don't know what that is. I tend to draw these hats for some reason. I like those wonky hats. What else? Oh, the owl. And this guy, this is just colored pencil on this paper, which is nice because you already have a base tone for your skin. So I just kind of used a lot of orange and red to kind of brighten it up. Again, just pen and ink. Little robots, page of chickens. But you can see just by adding that white, it makes things pop. I think this is Urex from the 80s. Again, I just experiment with some of the paint, watercolor. I like Punko the Clown. bass player. So what else? Just random doodles. I like that this girl was afraid of the butterfly. I think that's kind of funny. So that's it. That's kind of the sketchbook. And that's the portrait we did today. So raise your hand if you did a self-portrait. Anybody else do a self-portrait or just me? Okay. Well, thank you for joining in. I think I'm going to call it a day because I actually have some writing to do. So I need to get onto that. So thanks again for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope everybody's feeling well, staying safe. Summer's upon us, which is exciting. And next Friday is going to be the last one. So maybe we'll just develop. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.